Hello and welcome to Political Bazaar. Today we will be discussing the Delhi constituency. To discuss this with me, I have Gaurav Choudhary, the Deputy Executive Editor. Thank you, Gaurav, for coming. 7 seats in Delhi. Last time, the BJP took all the seats. This time, it was initially thought to be a two-way fight with the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party and Congress joining hands, but that didn't work, so it's a three-way fight this time. Gaurav, what do you think about the whole thing? There was a lot of talk about the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress joining hands. It was at one point in time, leaders came out saying that yes, there is actually an understanding. Later they said no. Finally, there isn't one, and all of them have fielded candidates. You think this to and fro is actually going to hurt them?
An alliance obviously would have gone against the BJP's chances, because that would have meant that the opposition votes would have got completely consolidated. That hasn't happened. So to that extent, BJP probably has an advantage, only to that extent. BJP also, please remember, Delhi is some kind of a bellwether region. Delhi, it has been seen over the years, Delhi votes for, in a large number of seats, actually Delhi votes for those that party which eventually goes on to form the government. So we have seen this in 2014, in 2009, in 2004 and previously as well. So whichever party Delhi votes for overwhelmingly actually ends up forming the government at the center. Having said that, this time it's a three-way contest. Last time the Congress was clearly defending, it was the incumbent government at the center. The mood was against the Congress because of a massive anti-incumbency, and it lost in the assembly polls in 2013 in December. The Aam Aadmi Party had formed a government of 49 days before relinquishing office. So there was a lot of things that was going in favor of the BJP, and there was also the Modi wave. This time it needs to be seen how the three-way contest takes place, because Aam Aadmi Party this time is contesting these elections, this Lok Sabha election, as a government in the state. And they have a lot of things to talk about.
They are basically talking about the achievements they've made their state government's achievements, and saying that, this is our track record, and if you actually elect us, they're also talking about statehood.
That's right. So they have made that a major political, or rather an electoral issue. In fact, that is the principal electoral issue, and they have gone to the voters saying that if the Aam Aadmi Party is voted to power, they would try and convert Delhi into a state. But that is something that, full state, but that is something that is easier said than done, because that will require a lot of legislative changes, which may or may not come about as easily as it is being made out to be. But be that as it may, the Aam Aadmi Party is now has something to brag about itself in terms of achievement. At least in the East Delhi constituency, where Atishi is contesting, she has a lot of work to show, achievements to show, at least in the area of education. Where there's a big turnaround in the government school system in Delhi, and that the results are there for everybody to see.
I'll just come out just to buttress the case. Here there are a couple of figures about the 2014 vote percentage. In Chandni Chowk, the BJP won 44% of the total votes polled. The Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress together won 48%. In East Delhi, 47 was what BJP won. 48.9 is what the Aam Aadmi Party and Congress won. And all of these 7 except West Delhi, the Aam Aadmi Party Congress combined had more. So there was a more compelling reason for this.
At least in terms of vote share. And that was the whole idea, to consolidate the votes in their favor and in the favor of the opposition, which can then pose a formidable challenge to the BJP. This is the model, and this is the template that is being tested in UP, where BJP is facing a tough challenge from the Samajwadi Party and the BSP Gathbandhan. And a similar template was being discussed right up till the last week of April for Delhi also, but that was not to be. One of the reasons that did not come about was also because the Aam Aadmi Party wanted this alliance, or the proposal for alliance, to actually extend much beyond Delhi to Haryana and Punjab, and that was which, these were 2 states which the Congress was not willing to concede space. And that is the reason the alliance did not happen. What will now eventually turn out is that while the BJP's vote share probably will remain more or less what they had polled in 2014, they would be hoping that the opposition vote actually splits, and even if the combined vote share of the opposition is much above what the BJP ends up polling, they would still end up on the winning side.
Let's look at the BJP list of MPs. They have 7 MPs at the moment, and they are fielding 5 of the 7. 2 have changed. In East Delhi, earlier it was Mahesh Giri, and Mahesh Giri has been replaced by cricketer turned politician Gautam Gambhir. And in Northwest Delhi, earlier it was Udit Raj, his constituency, and now it has been given to singer-turned politician Hansraj Hans. Now, while Udit Raj has actually, after being denied a ticket, has left the BJP and joined the Congress, Mahesh Giri has said that he will work to strengthen the party. How do you see this change?
So
5 or 7?
Gautam Gambhir was already, in the run-up to the polls, it was clearly being made out that Gautam Gambhir probably will get a party position or a ticket from Delhi, and that has the choice of East Delhi is a little bit surprising because it doesn't belong to East Delhi. He's essentially from West Delhi. Probably a West Delhi would have been a better seat for him. But having said that, I think West Delhi, the Parvesh Verma, who's the sitting MP, polled more than 50% votes in 2014. In fact, that was one of the very few seats where an MP won by polling more than 50% of the votes. So Parvesh Verma clearly has been retained as the candidate there. Gautam Gambhir the BJP did not want to go with Gautam Gambhir in New Delhi, for instance, which is a very large constituency and also a prestigious one. So they retained Meenakshi Lekhi, who is far more visible and a sitting MP. But Gautam Gambhir is up against Atishi, and Atishi clearly has a lot of things to show. As her achievements, especially in the education field, is something that the Aam Aadmi Party has been talking about over the last 2 years. And the results of the CBSE results, the recent CBSE results, at least over the last 2 years, clearly show that there is something that the Aam Aadmi Party government has done in Delhi schools that others can probably emulate.
The Aam Aadmi Party and Atishi have been working in the constituency for quite some time. They declared their candidates. In fact, Atishi and Raghav Chadha were early candidates to be declared.
Correct.
And they've been
even when the alliance talk was won, these two candidates were actually declared by the Aam Aadmi Party.
It shows that the Aam Aadmi Party is very confident about these 2 seats.
They are confident about these 2 seats, and also please remember that East Delhi also belongs, a large part of East Delhi, the Patparganj constituency actually belongs to the Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia. So the cadre mobilization of Aam Aadmi Party in East Delhi is going to be extremely strong, and that is what probably is brewing their confidence. Raghav Chadha is up against Ramesh Bhiduri. His ability to politically mobilize the cadre and the voter base is well established by now. Raghav Chadha has been one of the most visible faces of Aam Aadmi Party, a young face, a chartered accountant by training and profession, and he's quite often seen on TV. So he's one of the most visible television faces of the Aam Aadmi Party. So it's going to be interesting to see, because South Delhi is a highly literate constituency like the New Delhi constituency, and if actually Ramesh Bhiduri, if Raghav Chadha poses a formidable challenge to Ramesh Bhiduri, or in fact is able to cause an upset, it's going to actually be a big confidence booster for Aam Aadmi
It's interesting.
Party.
We should also talk about the Congress. The Congress candidates, in fact, in South Delhi, giving competition to Raghav Chadha and Ramesh Bhiduri is boxer Vijender Singh, who joined the Congress recently. How do you think, when you look at the Congress list, JP Agarwal from Chandni Chowk, East Delhi, you have Arvind Singh Lavli, New Delhi, you have Ajay Makan, you have former Chief Minister Sheila Dikshit from Northeast Delhi, like these. And what do you...
So Sheila Dikshit clearly is the most interesting choice here. She, in 2014, she went to Kerala as the governor, then she came back, and she's in her 80s now. But Sheila Dikshit, people of Delhi remember Sheila Dikshit an extremely performing chief minister, regardless of the corruption scandals that rocked the government during the latter part of her regime. But she is seen as one who has actually turned around Delhi into some kind of a world city, and so that's a very interesting choice.
In fact, the Northeast Delhi the fight would be interesting because it's Sheila Dikshit from the Congress, Manoj Tiwari from the BJP, and Gujan Singh from Aam Aadmi Party.
Yes.
And all are important leaders for their respective parties.
Correct. So Manoj Tiwari is seen by the BJP and by people who have been tracking the BJP as a potential chief ministerial candidate for the assembly polls in next year, 2020. And please remember one thing, that Delhi there's a substantial Purvanchali population voter base in Delhi now, and Manoj Tiwari has turned out to be some kind of a mascot for this voter base. So don't be surprised if Manoj Tiwari next year in 2020 is projected as a BJP chief ministerial candidate in the assembly polls.
When talking about the Congress, I have to mention Ajay Makan, who is the candidate from New Delhi, and he was a former chief of the party in the state. He gave an interview to a daily where he said that with AAP alliance, we should have won all 7 Delhi seats. Now we won't. Does this show a defeatist attitude in the Congress before, the polls happen?
Clearly it does. And it does, there are two kinds of
The morale is down?
Yeah, so it sends out two kinds of messages. One is trying to tell Aam Aadmi Party that Aam Aadmi Party is responsible for the alliance not taking place, not the Congress. So it's the
Okay.
Congress that was keen on an alliance, and Aam Aadmi Party is not. That is what Ajay Makan is trying to convey. And second, the Congress clearly is not hoping to win all the 7 seats. So clearly they are fighting this election. If you go by what Ajay Makan has said, they are fighting this election not hoping to win all the 7 seats.
Aam Aadmi Party and Congress not joining hands might actually be in favor of the BJP, but that does not mean the BJP is on the back is not powerful on its own. The BJP on its own is very formidable in Delhi. Delhi votes on May 12th. For more news and updates, stay tuned to moneycontrol.com.